Hey, what's up everybody? This is Joshua Casper. I'm here with another tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to do denoising with the Valley People Dyna-mite plugin by Softube. This is the original piece of dialogue that we're going to clean up, and if you listen you'll hear like a computer fan, you'll hear the fluttering of a bad mic preamp, and a bunch of other noise that's just very unpleasant. Let's go ahead and listen. So I really like the blue on gray. I like that it's not really dark like some of my other favorite ones, like the LT skin that I posted about last year. Just the color scheme is really great, and I really like... Okay, so now with this chain of Softube plugs I have here, let's see what it sounds like. So I really like the blue on gray. I like that it's not really dark like some of my other favorite ones, like... So it's not perfect, I'll be the first to admit it, but that's a really terrible dialogue take that is now passable, you know, for like a YouTube video or something. Using the Valley People plugin, it's actually quite easy to do this denoising. So what I'm going to do in this tutorial is show you how. I'm also using a Tube Tech compressor just to level out the vocal or the dialogue to make it more even throughout. I'm also using the Abbey Road Brilliance control, but I'm taking 2 dB off of the top above 3.5 kilohertz. I wanted to try to get it as clean as I could fairly quickly without spending too much time using just Softube plugs, and this is what I came up with. But this tutorial is going to focus on the Valley People tutorial itself and how to get the denoising. So I'm going to leave these other two plugs here and just go ahead and delete the Valley People and drop a new instance on it. All right, so here we go with the initial patch. Let's go ahead and listen to what it sounds like. So I really like... That's definitely not going to work, right? So what we're going to do is actually turn it from limit mode to expand mode. So I really like... And we're already getting to where we need to go. We're going to leave it on internal here, and which just means it's going to react to the audio in the track itself. You can go external if you wanted to, and I'll show you how to do that in a later tutorial. dB range, we're going to leave it at all the way down, and right here we're going to leave it on peak level. And what this is, it makes the compressor react to quicker peaks. So it's reacting a lot quicker, which is useful for this type of cutting that we're doing here, getting rid of that noise floor. Average is going to be a lot slower, so it's going to actually leave a lot of the noise in between words and things like that. So you need to play with these features, but for this particular take, I think the peak mode works well. The next thing we're going to do is turn down the release pretty much all the way. Now, if it's a less dirty vocal take, then you won't need to turn the release down all the way, and it might be better to leave the release a little bit higher, and that's because it's going to make it really choppy. But for something so noisy, we kind of want choppy. Choppy's better than leaving all that terrible noise in there. So I really like the blue. And the next thing we need to adjust is the threshold, which is going to be the point at which the audio is going to get cut out. So as I crank it up, you'll hear the noise go away. So I really like the blue on gray. I like that it's not really dark like some of my other favorite ones, like the LT skin that I posted about last year. Just the color scheme is really great, and I really like... So you can see right here, it's doing a really good job of getting rid of the noise when the noise is by itself. The real issue is when the noise comes in over the dialogue. So that's where you're going to have to do some extra stuff on the end there to try to fix that as much as possible before you make your final render. But I went ahead and just cranked it all the way up, cranked this all the way down, cranked this all the way down, and cranked this all the way up, just because it's a really quiet vocal take. So I really like the blue on gray. I like that it's not really dark like some of my other favorite ones, like the LT skin that I posted about last year. So again, not the best vocal take even after we've done this processing, but it is usable now. It's not ideal, but if we're in a pinch and someone did a vocal take for us and we can't have them back in the studio, or we just don't have access to better equipment, or maybe we did an on-the-fly interview with our cell phone or something like that, This is the best way to get rid of that using Softube plugins if you have the Softube collection, or if you have Dyna-mite by itself, that's a good way. These other two plugs are Softubes as well, but you don't really need them to be Softube. You just need you could use Ableton Live's standard compressor to do this sort of vocal leveling, and just an EQ roll off at the higher end of the spectrum for the Abbey Road's Brilliance plug here. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you because I found it to be pretty useful. Hope you learned something. We'll see you next time. Peace.